It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Knicks in New York. For New York, only one win in their last 6 games. They know they can play much better, looking to be more competitive tonight. And the Atlanta Hawks losing some major talent over the last few seasons. You're talking about Horford, Millsap, Teague. Kenny, the rebuild is definitely on.
Well, it's hard to see fans struggle, watching their team. They're sitting there paying a lot of money, and things aren't getting the results that they want. But the youth movement was needed in Atlanta. They had to start over, and so these are the consequences.
This team already has a strong system in place. Most teams don't want to be stuck in the middle. I think, Ernie, that's why they hit that reset button.
That's it for us for now. We send you to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew.
The subway system in Manhattan, part of the experience here in New York. There's no better time of year than the holidays for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. And we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
And so off the tip, it's New York. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Hawks, Young is out there with Turner. Then there's Parker. Then it's John Collins. And it's Jones in at the 5 down low. Pass to Knox. Here's Trier. Oh, right around this time of the season, Smitty, it's easy to lose focus. Talk about how players keep themselves motivated to bring it every night. That, to me, would seem very difficult.
It is, and I think you got to set those little small goals. I think on one of our teams, our goals was after the All-Star break, you can see we were starting to get into that funk. And what we said was, let's not lose 2 games in a row for the rest of the season. Those type of small goals keeps everybody engaged.
Do you put the season in terms of every 20 games, every 10 games? How do you measure it to kind of pace yourself?
I think most teams do it in a block of 20s. Like you said, you kind of go a block of 20s and see if you can go, 75% in those games. And that's where you start to see the great teams, they do that.
That's good to know. And here's Young. Now let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with head coach David Fizdale.
Well, Kevin, right now they have won the first 2 meetings between their teams, and the coach told me if they want to get that 3rd win, they have to keep continuing to execute on offense. He said we have gifted scorers here. As long as they're taking good shots, I believe they can carry us against any opponent. We'll see if that trend line continues north tonight. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. Well, we often hear a coach talk about defense first, but today they're concentrating on their offense.
And I like the idea that he wants them to get some early momentum. Just never hurts a team to get off to a quick start.
And they've got the kind of offense where if they are able to land those early punches, they can get an opponent on the ropes and never let him off.
And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. The pass to Trier. Good work defensively by Turner. The Hawks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Jones. Randall grabs the board. Here's New York. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
And what an outstanding win it was. I mean, to get it the way they did in overtime made it that much sweeter.
They show real guts, nabbing that victory in overtime. No doubt they are a better team because of that one moving forward.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Trier. The offensive rebound. Robinson. And Jones sends it back. Robinson, that's good. Here's Turner. Last game he had 13. Parker outside. Young in the corner. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker.
And the touch Young has from beyond the arc, he is almost unguardable from there.
Smith kicks to Robinson. Randall down low. He's guarded by Collins. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for the Hawks. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
I just thought the defense was porous. Got any shot they wanted, really, for most of the evening.
I'll give them credit. Even though they were facing very little resistance, they refused to play down to the level of their competition.
And the Hawks with possession here. The Knicks making the shot. And it's Parker in the corner. Passes it to Turner. Young against Smith. And Young kicks to Collins. Offline from the top of the key. It's stolen by Jones. Pass to Collins. Over Randall. Drains the 19-footer. Collins has got 5 now.
How about the vision from the crafty little guard? Young excels at realizing when his guys have clean looks.
Here's Trier. Turner covering. They get it again. Here's Smith. Good work defensively by Jones.
That was against good defense. He tried to sneak it in, though. We've seen him do it plenty of times.
2 points. That one goes.
A guy who converts well at the rim, you like to see the aggression there.
You really like him setting the tone early. Physical, challenging guys to stop him.
Here's Smith. Jabari Parker making his last shot. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
The Hawks shooting their first free throw of the night. The Atlanta making some changes. Alex Len comes in for Collins. And it's Anderson in for Turner. And that one falls for Jones. Here's Payton. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Feeds to Parker. And the dunk by Parker.
You know, after the pick, good job igniting the fast break. Young is a catalyst in so many ways.
Knicks trail by 8.
And I'll tell you, Trae Young, go big or go home. Always gives you 100%, as competitive as they come. And the young fella wants to win so badly, sometimes that emotion really comes out.
Anderson wide open. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first. And you know, Greg, it's amazing the impact Young makes, especially, of course, on the offensive end.
High-level shot maker, a threat the moment he crosses half court. Instinctive playmaker, just needs to play more within himself and avoid over-dribbling.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Julius Randle. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Crab's checked in. Young against Payton. To the paint. Here's Morris over Anderson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Well, Smitty, you played here in Atlanta for so many years. What are some of your favorite spots or things to do in Atlanta?
Well, I love to eat, and 2 of my favorite places are Busy Bee Cafe. Just love that, and Umi. Then what I love to do is try to get a little exercise. I love to walk Chastain Park. The fans here, the city of Atlanta, I just love it so much we've made it home.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good for Morris.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Markeith, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
And he makes both free throws.
And this is what we've come to expect from him. This type of consistency from the line.
The Hawks leading by 9. Young outside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
You know, you can't be overzealous inside when you guard Young. You got to be better at contesting without fouling.
First one falls for him. And for Trae Young, it's a little unfair that he's already being compared to Steph Curry.
Scouts are always going to look for comparisons. And I'm not saying Young is Curry, but many of the strengths and weaknesses are similar. The size and athleticism, the insane range, and both have that it factor.
Knicks trail by 10. Here's Morris. Hits the front of the rim and out. Hawks have gone 8 of 11 in the first quarter. They'll take that percentage any night. On the wing, Ellington. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Now here's Cram. Ellington defending. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And looking at Jabari Parker, 6'8", about 250 pounds. Greg, what's his best position?
You know, I think he has a small forward skill, but with the way the game is changing, you could see him play some power forward as well. And I think his best fit might just be at the 4 because of the mismatch he can create.
And that one falls for Parker. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Ellington with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now Payton. 6 to shoot. That one misses. Excellent D there from Parker. Land against Portis. Crab from long range. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Payton. And a wide open look for Portis. And the Knicks miss again.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Now here's Crab. Great D that time from Portis.
Oh, I don't believe that. He's better than that. Come on.
Three-pointer Ellington sinks the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
The Hawks leading by 12. Crab finds Young. To the paint. It's stolen by Morris. And the call will be against Justin Anderson. That's foul number 2 for him.
Already his second foul here in the first makes it a tough decision whether to leave him in or not.
New York's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Payton looking it over. Pass to Portis. Here's Morris. Over Young.
Yeah, really like the defensive focus and intensity at the start.
Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field. Anderson dishes to Parker. Knicks with the rebound. They beat the Hawks during their last encounter in Atlanta.
Yeah, and they really squeaked out a close one in that last matchup. Came down to just a few turnovers that gave them the margin of victory.
And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Bobby Portis. All different levels of playmakers in the league right now, but some guys, Steve, have an innate vision that just can't be taught.
Yeah, I love watching Chris Paul with his vision. Even Ben Simmons, a younger guy who can pass the basketball. DeMarcus Cousins is a guy who has great vision for his size, has a great feel for the game. There's just so many guys. Ricky Rubio is another guy who can pass the basketball.
Yes.
And Lonzo Ball,
good name.
a young guy. Those guys have just that innate vision. They can see 2 plays ahead.
And Parker drops them both. We've had a full season now, Steve, of the jersey-sponsored insignias and patches. That has become a reality in the NBA. Any thoughts on that so far?
I guess, Kevin, because I'm old school, I don't like seeing it on the jerseys. I like the clean look. I would love to see it on their warm-up jerseys. You know, obviously their warm-up jackets and pants. I just don't like seeing it on the jersey. But I don't think I'm going to win this one, Kevin. I think they are here to stay. I think they might even add more sponsors on jerseys.
Yeah, the look they like is the look of money. Money, that's a good look.
That's the look
they get from those sponsorships, right? Good on the shot.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Carter outside. Kicks it to Len. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. A nice shot by Anderson.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Knicks trail by 15. Outside Portis. He dishes it to Payton. With a floater. That one's not going to go. Good D by Parker. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. They grab their own miss. The kick out to Anderson. Nailed from three-point land.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And the pass to Payton. Back to Ellington. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. To the wing on the left. It's Anderson with the drive. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got 3 assists now in this one. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Now here's Ellington. He's tightly guarded. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Portis. To stop the run. Another shot. Out to Morris. Lets the 3 fly. Kept alive by New York. Pass to Payton. Parker with the steal. Herter. And Gibson sends it back.
Nice defense from Taj, one of the best rim protectors in this league. Not a big threat from out there. You see why the defense backed off a little.
And the wide open shot from Morris. The 3-pointer is right on target. Morris has got 5 points so far. The Hawks leading by 17. Carter outside. There's 1:26 left in the first. And here's Anderson from the arc. Anderson can't get that one to fall. Payton against Anderson. Pass to Gibson. Payton kicks to Gibson. Inside. Here's Morris. And it's off the back rim. No good.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
Parker in the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Dominate on the court, and it's showing up on the scoreboard. Let's see if they can maintain this level of intensity.
And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Beautiful by Bobby Portis. Catches it in rhythm, and we know about the confidence he has.
Anderson outside. Parker outside. Shoots it up. No good there. So New York will take it the other way.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
For New York, they have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Robinson's checked in for Portis. Julius Randle comes in for Taj Gibson. Knox, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. And it's Trier in for Wayne Ellington.
And the 6'4", 485-pound Payton certainly has a unique skill set. Also wants to keep improving as a leader.
Herter out to Turner. Three-pointer on the way. That one doesn't drop. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. Their work from beyond the arc has been a highlight. A lot of threes finding the bottom of the bucket. And we'll be back with you shortly. Bobby Portis, who's known for his work ethic, said he learned a lot from his mother.
She gets up at 3, 4 in the morning and gets off at 1, 2 in the evening. You know, she works hard for her 4 boys. You know, she breaks herself off daily. You know, I always try to pride myself in hard work also because how hard she worked for me.
And she was a basketball player in her own right, Greg, a scholarship at Jackson State University.
Yeah, and gave up basketball when she had Bobby, but she encouraged him to pursue his dream, and she said now she's living her dream through him.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, we've seen the Hawks really take control here.
Well, I mean, they just got hot early from beyond the arc, and we'll just have to wait and see if they can keep that going.
They also want to be unpredictable. Mix up the play calling. Keep the defense guessing.
Julius Randle is out there with Knox. Then it's Robinson. Then it's Dennis Smith. And it's Trier in at the shooting guard. That's the 5 for New York right now. And so here is New York, trailing by 17. Just 5 on the clock. Bangs home the trifecta. Trier's got 5 men.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
And Turner kicks to Crabbe. Back to Turner. They get a hand on it. And there's the foul. It goes on Evan Turner. That is his first foul of the game. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Here's Trier. He's guarded by Crabbe. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, Steve, we have a viewer question that has come in here. It's Randy from Texas. And let me see if I can. Oh, he says, what's your favorite basketball movie?
The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh, Kevin. That's my favorite basketball movie. There's a lot of them.
Is it really?
But I would say that was probably #1 for me.
No kidding. And so he makes both from the line. Well, we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Herter covered by Smith. And Turner kicks to Jones. Shot clock at 5. Crabbe from long range. Another 3 for Atlanta.
This is what these perimeter plays are designed to produce. Quality looks for spot-on shooters.
Trier passes to Knox. Smith feeling it out a bit. The pass to Trier. Takes a three. Drills the three-pointer. 10 points for him.
Oh, okay. It's on. Trading blows here from distance.
You know what? Both sides are in rhythm. The defense out there having no effect.
Now here's Turner. He's got 5. In the corner, Collins with it. But they get it back. Jones dishes to Collins. Back to Jones. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Knicks trail by 14. Knocks it loose. Robinson passes to Trier. Kicks it to Cram. Top of the key. Herter. Left side Turner. Shoots a three. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Out to the right wing. Knox. From outside, off the mark. The Hawks leading by 14. Herter, covered by Smith. Passes it to Crabbe. Over in the corner, Turner. Back to Crabbe. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Jones, no luck.
Can't convert, but a good opportunity from mid-range. He'll take that every time.
Smith for 3. That shot off. So Atlanta will take it the other way. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Here's Crabbe. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Allen Crabbe, a strong shooter from outside, but he can still be a bit streaky, Greg, at times.
Yeah, I mean, he'll joke with himself that when he's off, he plays like Allen, but when he's on, he's playing like AC. I mean, uses that Jekyll and Hyde motivation to make sure he stays aggressive on offense. The team and coaching staff are in on it as well, as they know a hot Crabbe is a handful to deal with.
And the Hawks making a change here. Young's checked in.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for the Knicks.
Liking the effectiveness they've shown here from three-point land. And I say, hey, shoot it more. They've been successful with a high field goal percentage, and we'll see if that continues to be a part of their arsenal.
Now, here is Smith. A 17-point game for him in the win against Philadelphia. Here's Knox. Turner covering. Out to Smith. Over Young. The shot's good from Smith.
And the way Smith Jr. reads the defense, fantastic at taking advantage of that screen and roll.
Atlanta leading by 15. And here's Young. He picked up 24 points in their last win against Washington.
We also got to mention what he did on the defensive end. Racked up a number of steals, too.
Here's Collins. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Smith finds Randall. And he uses the glass on the layup. Here's Young. Hard to imagine, but the stats are tremendous as he averages close to 27 points a game. The shot's good.
And a depth mid-range shooter as well. All Young needs is a little breathing room, and he set the fire.
Knicks trail by 17. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Morris is checked in for the Knicks. And a change for the Hawks. Carter, he's checked in for Evan Turner. Pass to Knox. Here's Trier. He picked up 21 points in their last win against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
Also, you have to mention the rebounding, another area where he excelled.
And Atlanta has possession after New York gets the three. Young against Smith, and Young kicks to Collins. Over Morris. Shot by Collins, no good. New York's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Here's Knox, defended by Carter. Smith, the pass to Morris. 6 to shoot. Here's Knox. He's guarded by Collins. The Hawks leading by 14. Carter with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. To the inside. Here's Jones. That's in there. Carter with the assist.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
Now, here is Morris. He's got 5. Over Collins. Can't hit that one. So the Hawks will take it the other way. And Young kicks to Collins. Back to Young. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Jones, no luck.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Knox. Off target from outside. Atlanta's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Here's Carter. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Young against Smith. Pass to Knox. To the inside. And Randall throws it down.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
That's what happens when you get an excellent screen like that. He had plenty of space to slash right toward the basket.
Here is Carter. The Knicks making the shot. Here's Jones. And the layup's good off the glass. Jones has got his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, you look at the coaching resume of Lloyd Pierce. Was an assistant for a lot of teams in his time. Stops at Memphis and Philadelphia most notably. Finally gets a chance to be the head coach here in Atlanta. I mean, you can see it. He's way out of sync. It's been this way all quarter for him.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young. Here's a look at what's coming up for New York. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks. And then on Thursday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, and Kevin, this is going to be a very trying part of the schedule for them. More than a fair share of road games on the dock for the team, and have not had an easy time finding success away from home.
Now Smith, after the missed 3 from Trae Young. Here's Knox, trying to get open as Randall, and the basket by Knox. And with Coach Pierce, the most recent stop was in Philadelphia.
Pierce was a big part of the Sixers' turnaround, was tasked with the defensive duties, and had a very successful track record with that. Was empowered by Brett Brown to design the defense, and that has become his calling card as a coach.
Atlanta making some changes. Alex Lenz checked in for Damian Jones. Jabari Parker comes in for John Collins. And it's Anderson in for Ellen Cram. It's Young on the wing, covered by Payton. And the dunk by Parker.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. 15-point game. He feeds it to Gibson. Len with the block. Carter with the 3. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Ellington kicks to Payton. Ellington, the pass to Portis. Second chance shot, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And while we can now, let's check in on the top scoring rookies in the NBA. Trae Young on top.
And there's always firepower in every rookie class, but even among the top guns, he's the best of the best. He'll be an offensive force for years to come.
He's off on the first. Smitty, so much work done by the players in the offseason. In terms of development, which skills tend to be the easiest to improve upon?
I think there's one, and you got to call it a skill right now, is the easiest is getting in tip-top shape, because that's all on you. Being able to put in the time in your body and nutrition. Next, I think for guys is defensively. I think that's the skill that you obviously can work on. It's about lateral movement, and you don't need others. You can come out and work on that. Next, I think for guys is shooting, and I wouldn't say you'll be Steph Curry from one summer to another, but if you put in the work, you'll see the percentages starting to go up.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Payton against Young, the 11-footer. Here's Portis. That's good, and it's Payton with the assist. Portis has got 4 points in the quarter.
Impressive shot by Bobby Portis. People wondered if he could be a stretch 4. He's proven that he can be.
To the left wing. Anderson finds Len. Back to Anderson. Down low. Here's Carter. It's rebounded by New York.
You know what? His finishing ability, not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
Ellington. Gibson up top, guarded by Len. Now the pass to Gibson. 4 on the clock. Ellington kicks to Morris. And it's off from 3-point range.
And they could have used that trying to cut into this league. He's been off all night.
Here's Parker. Trying to get open is Len. And Parker gets it to go. The assist by Anderson. Parker's got 14 points for the game. Knicks trail by 18. Knocked away. Here's Payton. Rebound by the Hawks. Parker's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Outside, Carter kept alive. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
For Atlanta, they have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
New York shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. Payton up top. Here's Gibson and Parker with the block. Fast break, the Hawks. Herter. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. He's got 5.
And a lot to like about that play, particularly how it ends.
Yeah, at the rack. That's what you want in transition, a high percentage look.
Now here's Ellington. He's got 5. Passes to Portis. He kicks it to Payton. Will it go? Goes back up. The shot, no good. Good D by Parker. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Herter controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Len's got his 2nd basket.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Right side, Portis. With 4 seconds on the clock. 1 second left. And it's good on the way in. Portis has got 9.
Must put a body on Portis. He loves to crash the offensive glass.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. It's Atlanta delivering the blowout. Time now for the halftime break, with the 3rd quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello! You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here at this beautiful table. This is a beautiful table.
What is this, oak?
It is. I think it's teak.
Oh, teak.
There's Shaq. There's Kenny.
Polished oak.
Teak. It's
Polished
very
teak.
nice. It's very nice.
You mean antique?
No, it's just teak.
Teak.
I have an auntie.
A tremendous game we're seeing from Jabari Parker. He had 14 points, 4 assists, and 1 block. Kenny, what was your take on Atlanta?
They have run their offense straight out of a coach's textbook tonight. Both ball and player movement have been excellent. And the result of all that movement, almost all high-quality shots they're generating. It's pretty to watch. Very good fundamental basketball.
Shaq, what did you think about New York?
Way too soft in the paint defensively. They were all late on their rotations. Obviously, that's a recipe for getting cooked. And you know, I like eating that barbecue chicken. They got to do better, Ernie.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
The incredible view of One World Trade Center rising high above New York City. Welcome back, everyone. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, Jabari Parker has been exceptional here today, guys.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really valued each possession.
You know what? It's hard to do. Staying focused and disciplined with your approach.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Checking out the group for Lloyd Pierce to start the second half. They've got Evan Turner. Jones is out there with Collins. Then it's Jabari Parker, and it's Young in at point guard. Now here's Jones. 6 on the shot clock. Collins, good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
New York shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Here's Knox, defended by Young. Here's Randall, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
72% at the line this season. He has yet to set himself apart in that department.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Both free throws good from Randall. The Hawks leading by 23. Now Turner. Kicks it to Young. Young's gone 2 of 6 here tonight from the field. Trier passes to Robinson. The dish to Smith. To the inside, Randall. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 3 assists tonight.
Getting the half off to a good start here already with some penetration.
Those are the kind of looks you want to get coming out of the break. Get it in tight, get those high-quality chances in the paint.
Now, here is Young. He has 6. Over in the corner, Turner. Shot clock at 6. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Turner's got 7 points in the game.
He always has the green light to take those kinds of shots because he is absolutely lethal from there.
And Evan Turner, the former #2 pick out of Ohio State, you know, actually has a utility night for this team. He can wear a lot of different hats. His versatility might be his best trait.
And so it's New York with it.
I got him.
Pass to Knox. 5 on the clock. Back to Robinson. For 3, Smith. The second chance effort. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
One shot, find the lanes.
On the free throw, no good. And with Turner, as you mentioned, Greg, he can play both wing spots and does whatever you need from him on offense.
Well, you like what he's playing in the post and bullying small wings. Much better from that area of the floor than from outside. He also can act as a playmaker, very adept at running the pick and roll.
Now, here is Robinson. He has 7. Young with no one around. And the shot is long.
Boy, this is rough on him. He wants to help out the team, which is playing well otherwise, but his shot just isn't there.
For 3, Smith drills it from outside. Smith's got 5 points so far.
A solid beginning to this second half offensively. 3 for 4 from the floor.
Smith against Young. Now here's Parker. Defense right on him. Inside, here's Turner. It's rebounded by New York. Next up in the docket, the Bucks following this one. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Now, here is Smith. 5 points in the game. Yes, that goes in. He has 7.
And this is one of Smith's strengths, his ability to attack and cut through the defense and just finishing with ease at the rim.
Now here's Turner. He's got 7. Here's Trier. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Smith's got his 4th assist in this one.
Nice awareness there, finding the open man down the court on the break.
Here's Young. He has 6. To the right side. Collins, good.
You like the aggressiveness, pushing all the right buttons. He has this team rolling.
New York calls timeout.
John Collins, the explosive big man from Wake Forest, was taken 19th overall in the 2017 draft. Showed a lot of promise, and if there was a redo of that draft, you can bet he'd go a little higher than that.
And New York making a change here. Dotson's checked in. Atlanta also making some changes here. Len comes in for Damian Jones. And Krebs subbed in for John Collins. And with Collins, his confidence and role grew with each game his rookie season.
Well, you can see what he's capable of over the course of that first season. Explosive with the ball and going to the rim. Very active player, and the sky is the limit with him.
Here's Young, following the score by Dennis Smith. Knicks trail by 17. Pope loose. Young with the steal. Pass to Len. 14 feet away. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
New York's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Dotson the pass to Randall. Another shot. That missed basket now makes him 4 of 8 from the field. It's stolen by Smith. And Randall throws it down.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
And the Hawks with possession here. following the score by New York. Parker kicks to Turner. Clock at 6. Crab in the corner. Hawks working now with a fresh shot clock.
You have to box him out or he's going to beat you to the glass on both sides of the floor.
Here's Dotson. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Back to Smith. The 3-ball. The rebound by Turner.
You know, I like the competitive fire, but he's still really out of sync.
Crab. Again, the Hawks good for 2. Here's Dotson. The pass to Knox. Smith against Young. Pulls up on the elbow. They get it back. Randall. And a quick look at how Atlanta's schedule shaping up. On Sunday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Detroit Pistons. Then on Wednesday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers.
And that game against the Cavaliers, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
And the first one at the line is good. No good on the second free throw.
It's interesting. No free throw attempts for him in the first half. He's finally pushing the action and reaping the reward.
Turner finds Len. Out left to the wing. Randall against Parker. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That'll be his second foul of the game. Taj Gibson's checked in for Randall. Here's Len. Lays it up and banks it in. Len's got 4 this quarter.
You get a chance to see the elite court vision there. Excellent pass.
The Knicks have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. And here is Payton. And they double up Payton. In the corner, Gibson with it. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jabari Parker. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And Greg, what's not to like about Taj Gibson?
I mean, he's a hard worker defensively, finishes well inside, he's got the mid-range shooting touch. But what I like most, really, his unselfishness. He started, came off the bench, no complaints. This is a guy that just wants to win.
That's good from Gibson.
You know, throughout his career, Taj Gibson has proven to be a valuable role player. Pretty good on both ends of the floor. Can do a little bit of everything.
And both free throws good from Gibson. The Hawks leading by 20. Carter with it. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Out to Parker. Tries a 3. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got 5 rebounds tonight. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. Clock at 6. And Vince Carter picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And Alfred Payton, over his 4 seasons, developing one of the most distinctive hairstyles in the league.
You know, and I remember seeing some footage where his hair seemed to block his vision on a shot attempt. For a player who had struggled shooting the ball, many question whether a trim might be in order. We'll see.
The first free throw is good. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for New York. Parsons checked in for Atlanta. And so he's able to get one of two. The Hawks leading by 19. Parker passes to Carter. The kick out to Anderson. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around it.
Payton passes to Bullock. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. These are the teams that have been really dominant in the paint so far this season. The 4th spot held by the Hawks.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
Carter kicks to Parsons. Back to Carter. Out to Parker. Over Morris. Parker's shot is off. Knicks trail by 21. Here's Payton. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
You know what? At some point, you have to decide. Do you keep pressing the issue, or do you focus on setting up others?
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Parsons with some nice D.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game.
And he comes up with the deuce.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
New York's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the 3rd. Payton against Carter. Left side, Portis to the paint. Gibson. And he lays it straight in.
Gibson, not the biggest, not the strongest, but welcomes contact, and he finished right through it that time.
And Anderson kicks to Parsons. Vince Carter on the wing, covered by Payton. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Bullock. From 16 feet away, he cans it. Here is Carter. Anderson outside. Glenn dishes to Carter. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Carter's got 5 now.
These are the fundamentals we're always talking about. Excellent bounce pass.
Payton against Parker. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Jabari Parker. That's good from Payton. And New York making a change here. Ntilikina's checked in. The Hawks making a switch here. And both free throws good for Payton. 1:43 left here in the 3rd quarter. Now Young. 8 points for him. Anderson outside. Dishes it to Jones. Young outside. Here's Anderson. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Gibson. Payton attacking. That one falls. He's got 7.
Can't leave anyone uncovered around Ntilikina. He is so adept at exploiting situations like that.
Elbow shot is on the way. Misses off the right iron. Knicks trail by 19. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here.
And how about the reaction time on D there? Almost comes up with the pick.
You know, these are the little plays that can add up when you look over the course of a game.
Trier, he's checked in for New York. Smith comes in for Ntilikina. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Collins is checked in. Here's Trier. He's got 15. 6 to shoot. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And he knocks down the first one. Both good from the line that time. Here's Young. He's got 8. Seconds left to play here in the third. Morris against Parker. Here's Anderson, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses. And he sinks the second. Knicks trail by 18. Young with the steal. There's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Gibson's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Passes it to Morris. Over Parker. No good with the elbow jumper. And so it's Atlanta holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got Taj Gibson, Trier out there with Smith. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Morris in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for New York right now.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Collins, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Taj Gibson picks one up. And when you watch Collins play, Greg, you just can't help but notice how athletic he is going to the rim.
Man, his hang time and ability to throw it down make him an ideal finisher inside. Very efficient because he's not only a strong finisher, but also enjoys attacking the rim. And does a great job, I think, of picking up misses, just being a pest for the defense.
And that one falls for Collins. Julius Randle's checked in for Taj Gibson. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Turner's checked in. And so Collins nails both of them. NBA wants to keep things competitive, and one way to do that was to make some changes, Steve, to the draft lottery odds. Do you think it'll be enough?
You know, I think it's the right call for them. I think the bottom 3 teams all have the same odds for the top 3 spots now. And it'll be much more even to distribute the odds for the back half of the lottery.
Now Young, after the missed 3 from Bobby Portis. Shoots. Shot by Collins, no good. Knicks trail by 20. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Robinson's checked in for the Knicks. Randall finds Morris. New York moving it around. And there's Randall on the assist by Smith. Smith's got 5 assists tonight.
And no doubt Smith has the vision. When one of his guys has a clean look, he's quick to get the ball to them.
Now here's Turner. In the corner, Collins with it. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him. Turner with the steal. Collins passes to Turner. Tips it up. And there's the call on John Collins. That's his 4th foul of the contest. The Knicks making a switch here. Knox is checked in. The Knicks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Here's Randall. Rebound by the Hawks. Collins has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Anderson. Here's Turner. The feed to Jones. Young's shot is off.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Here's Anderson. Jones trying to get open. That's his 5th miss of the game. He has made 6 of his 11 shots. Pass to Trier. Hands the shot with nobody near him. Trier's got 19 points.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Atlanta calls timeout.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Atlanta leading by 16. Outside Turner. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone.
And that's rough. He did have 3 in the first half, but hasn't had one since.
Smith with a wide open look. No good with the triple. Atlanta's gone 0 of 3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Collins kicks to Young. Buries it from 3-point range.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His 2nd 3 of the game.
Trier passes to Randall. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Smith dishes to Robinson, and Jones sends it back.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And you have to like the location of this pass. Gives it to him where he can do something with it.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
To the middle, and Randall throws it down.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
That was just a textbook pick that allowed him room, and he took advantage of it.
Got to be careful in how you're going to guard Young. He often seeks out contact and really forces the issue.
The first one falls. Well, we're always talking now about the modern super teams, whether they're a good thing or they're bad for the game. But the counter is that we've always had super teams at one time or another. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think we've always had super teams, Kevin. You look back at the Lakers with Magic and Kareem and Worthy. Those are kind of like a big three. And you look at the Celtics back in the day with McHale, Bird, Parrish, those guys. I think right now what you're looking at is we haven't seen where MVPs go join other MVPs. That's where it's been the change right now. Now you're seeing the super teams. That's why I think it's changed.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Showing no mercy, double-digit lead, and still putting it on them.
Now here is Robinson. No good on the three. Outside Turner. Outside Jones. Back to Collins. And Jones has it in the corner. Shot clock at 5. From 18 feet away. Good work defensively by Smith. And the Hawks making a change here. Lenz checked in. New York shooting just 30% from the field here in the fourth. It's Robinson, top of the key. Player podcast, something we're hearing more of, and it's a growing trend. Good idea, or do you think it could get some guys in trouble?
Kevin, well, some guys, it does a good job of helping their brand, and we love to see guys getting a chance to do other things off the court. And then there are some guys who get a little loose, and they reveal some secrets, or they say some things they wish they could take back. So I think it all comes down to the individual. You gotta understand media before you try to jump out and start doing these podcasts.
Well said. Back to Collins. Over Randall. The shot by Collins, no good. The Knicks shooting a meager 37% for the game. Poked away. Randall finds Smith. Back to Randall, right at the free throw line. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 6 assists now in the game. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Outside Turner. And it's Parker in the corner. Back to Turner. Tries from 16. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Here's Trier, and the rejection by Collins. And Young kicks to Collins. And it's Parker in the corner. Atlanta again missing. He dishes it to Len. Out to Parker. Over Robinson. Offensive rebound. Feeds it to Parker. Collins passes to Turner. Second shot opportunity. And the layup is good. Turner's got 4 points now in the quarter.
The defense cannot afford to give him an inch that close to the basket because he will burn you every time.
New York with the ball. Now here is Smith. Pass to Knox. He feeds it to Randall. Some nice passing by New York here. And it's Smith missing.
And the truth is, I've been there. He's trying to find the rhythm on his shot. He feels like he's close, and that's why he keeps shooting.
Bangs home the trifecta.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
And he makes that one. Smith's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Really smoking the nets now after a difficult time shooting in the first half.
Young against Smith, and Young kicks to Turner. Young outside. Clock at 6. Over Smith. And the shot is long.
And this is a guy that can get you stops. Aggressive on the defensive end.
Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting the mid-range jumper as well.
Now here is Smith. The pass to Knox. Fires the three. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That is his first foul of the game. Both teams deciding to change it up. Atlanta's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Here's Bembry. Herter. Ellington defending. Bembry misses. The Knicks shooting in the fourth quarter not pretty, down around 29%. And here is Ellington. Payton in the corner. Passes it to Gibson. Len with the block. And they'll keep possession. Here's Bembry. Down low. Got a piece of it. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And a high percentage look there, and he takes full advantage. Bumps up the lead.
Yeah, the lead now is double digits. Some tricky matchups out there. Not a lot of solutions.
Now here's Ellington. Payton dishes to Ellington. Randall down low. Len on him. Randall no good.
And forcing the miss there. He just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
Crab, no good. The Knicks shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Payton outside. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup.
And that's just a great individual play right through the teeth of the defense.
Bembry kicks to Crab. Pass to the Bembry. Now here's Crab. He's guarded closely.
Is it me, or does it just feel like he gets every rebound that comes up?
No, it's felt like that all game. He is just aggressive and finds ways to snag rebounds out of thin air sometimes.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Bembry. There's the dish to Len. Pass to Bembry. Puts it up from 12. And the shot goes down.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance. And it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Hawks.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
And listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
Really a big-time win for these guys. They lost their first 2 games of the year to this team, so they won't be in danger of getting swept when they meet for the 4th time.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Trae Young.
He plays with such intelligence, creating good angles for the pass, hitting guys where they can do something with it, trying to make the most of every possession tonight.
Here's Bembry. After New York gets the 3, there's the pass to Poitras. Here's Bembry. He kicks to Len. Over Randall. Len's shot is off. Here's New York. And there's Randall on the assist from Payton.
Still doing his part, but it hasn't been enough. They need some kind of spark.
Passes it to Poitras. Right wing. Herter. Ellington defending. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Poitras, no good.
And a little frustration now, missing on the catch and flush.
You know, because it's all about timing, just unable to connect. One of those plays you really want back.
No good on the free throw. And he ends up missing both free throws. To the paint. Herter. And that falls.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
They better have some extra goodies on that plane, because after this blowout, they deserve to be rewarded.
And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg, in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Jabari, you guys really got after it tonight. Is this the kind of mentality you want to impose on the other team?
Just as long as I stay aggressive, you know, don't rush the game, don't get outside of my game, but continue to play hard.
Well, you got your teammates looking for you tonight, Jabari. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.